it's Krista. I just did an awesome training with my students and I wanted to share it with you because it had such of a great impact. One of the things I hear from people is if you want to learn how to become more productive and really recognize the things that help you become more productive and also recognize the things that you're doing that help you not be productive, then this is going to be the call for you. And this is going to be the video that you're going to want to watch. Hi, I'm Krista with Krista Mashore Coaching, and we teach real estate agents and mortgage officers how to dominate their industry by utilizing social media and video. But this is all about mindset right now. What I want you to do is this, and I'm going to be asking you a series of questions. This is kind of like a workshop that you're going to be going through with me. So I want you to think about this. I want you to right now recognize and write down and stop what you're doing. This is really important. And my students for the next 30 days are going to be just looking at this paper that we're going to be doing right now together. I want you to think about this. What are the money-making activities? What are the things that you're doing that produce the highest amount of income, that give you the biggest impact in your business? Okay. So stop right now, write that down. What activities do you do or should you be doing that are giving you the highest amount of output, right? Okay. So recognize that. Then what I want you to do is I want you to look at that every single day. I want you to put it on your computer, put it next to your bed, read it before you go to bed at night, read it first thing in the morning, read it throughout the day to remind your brain of the things that you should be doing that give you the best output, the highest money-making productivity type of actions. All right. That's the first thing. Then what I want you to think about is when you do your money-making activities, this is the second thing we recognize. When you do these money-making activities, when you do the thing that gives you the highest output, the highest productivity, the biggest bang for your buck, let's say, what outcome happens? What happens when you do the thing that gives you more of what it is that you're wanting, right? Which is a better business, better life, more time, more energy, more freedom. What happens? What's the result of you doing more of the thing that gives you the biggest bang for your buck? I want you to write that down right now. All right. Thirdly, now what I want you to do is I want you to recognize what do you need to do or what can you do to do more of your highest money-making productivity activity? What can you do in your business, in your life, every single day to ensure that you do more of your highest money-making activity? What can you do more of? Okay, write that down. What I want you to think about is this. If you do more of your money-making activity, now that you've recognized what that thing is, right, that gets you the most productivity, that gets you the most outcome, and you've realized what you can do to do more of that, what you need to do, what you need to stop doing, right? What is the outcome going to look like for you? What are you going to be able to accomplish? What are you going to be able to do? What's the outcome? What does your life look like when you do more of that thing? Like, for example, if you're in real estate, right, or lending, so many people get into real estate and lending because they want to have more financial freedom and they want to have more time, just to find that they have none because the business absolutely consumes them. So if you can figure out what you need to do more of and how you can do more of that thing that gives you the biggest bang for your buck, that gives you the most amount of productivity and money, right, then life is going to look different. And one of the things that we heard a lot today from so many people was fear. So you've identified now what that money-making activity is. Now what I want you to think about is this. Now we're going to look at the opposite. What is the biggest time sucker, or what are you doing that prohibits you from doing your highest money-making activity? What's your biggest time sucker? What are you doing that is prohibiting you from doing more your biggest money-making opportunity? Now here's the reason why this is such an important activity, everybody, is because our brain has been built to help us succeed. It really has been, okay? And the more that we can realize things that we need to do to help us get the results, and that we're telling our neurotransmitters to be more focused on that, the brain says, okay, let's do more of that. I want you to really recognize that. And when we recognize the things that are getting in the way and stopping us, then we can make sure that when we start to do those things that we stop doing them, right? We stop doing them. And then when you recognize the outcome and you can visualize the outcome and think about like what that's going to look like if you can do more of that, like how your life is going to change, like it's a game changer. Now we've done that. Now we've also realized what are we doing that's keeping us from doing that thing? Okay. Now I want you to write down, what outcome are you getting from doing your biggest time sucker, or from doing more of the thing that keeps you from getting or doing your highest money-making activity? What's that costing you? What outcome are you getting? How is that hurting you? How is that inhibiting your growth? How is that inhibiting your personal development? How is that inhibiting you getting more financial freedom and time? Recognize that. What's the outcome of you not doing the thing? What's happening? Now I want you to write down and think about what can you do to make sure that you stop doing your biggest time sucker, or you stop doing the thing that's preventing you from doing your highest money-making activity. What can you do to stop it? Recognize that right now and write that down. And then if you can do that, when you do that, not if, but when you do that, what is the outcome going to look like for you? If you can stop doing the thing that's preventing you from doing your highest money making activity, if you can start doing more of the thing that is your highest money making activity and getting the most output for your input, what is your outcome going to look like? What's life going to look like for you? All right. Here's the thing, everyone, about life and about our business and about whether it's and about just having the most abundant every aspect of life as possible is we have to be willing to look at ourselves. We have to be willing to change. We have to be willing to do self-evaluation. I can tell you a story. About 2 years ago, I had to really take a good look in the mirror. I was doing great at coaching. My students loved me, but my employees, my team members, I call them, right? Like they liked me, but it's like they were kind of afraid to talk to me about things. And I think I had to look in the mirror and go, Krista, you're not leading your company, your team members as good as you're leading your actual students. And so I had to take a really good, hard look at myself. And so what I did was, and I actually had two people in my company. One of them was my director of human resources, who's supposed to help me and protect me from exactly what happened, right? And my marketing manager, my marketing director, they actually for a whole year were behind my back without letting me know. And we had an agreement that they wouldn't do any other businesses, right? Well, they were creating a business together. You know what happens, right? Obviously they were doing it on my time because you can't be taking classes and training and doing things and trying to think about my business because they were building their own. They were worrying about theirs, right? So for a whole year this happened. And then all of a sudden I found out that they were doing this, and I had the director of human resources actually ended up quitting during right when COVID hit. And then I found out a couple of days later that they were in business together. And I had to look in the mirror and go, Krista, you caused this. Like you did this. If you were a better team leader, if you were a better, boss, this would not have happened. So I had to completely transform how I did business, how I treated my employees, what I expected of them. And I will tell you what, my word was refinement and leadership for that year. And it has significantly changed my business for the better by recognizing my own self and looking in the mirror and recognizing what I was doing to hurt my business and recognizing how I could change it. And you know how I changed it? I decided that every single team member, I'm going to value them. I'm going to respect them. I'm going to appreciate them. I'm not going to be so hard on them. I'm not going to require so much of them. And guess what happened? They started doing more. And my goal was to make sure that every single team member absolutely loved me and loved working for me. And it was their best job ever. And it is now. Like literally, I can say that my company, my team members love working for me, and it has changed and transformed my business. But I had to be willing to take a look in the mirror, and I had to be willing to change. So I am challenging you to do this activity, to take it serious. And just like I told my students, for the next 30 days, what I want you to do is read this every single day before you go to bed. Read it every single morning when you wake up. Do some sticky notes, put them on your computer, put them where you're working, put them on your fridge. Remind yourself of the things that are the biggest money-making productivity activities that you can be doing. Remind yourself of things that you're doing that aren't the biggest money-making activities. And remind yourself that if you can do more of it and stop doing things that you shouldn't be, what that outcome is going to look like. And I'll tell you, for me, it's like 600x my company. Literally, it's insane, right? What's happening? And it can happen for you. Okay, this is Krista Mashore. I hope you're just as fired up as I am. And by the way, we have a live workshop. Just go to KristaMashore.com and you can find out exactly all about our 3-day live event that we are having in Fort Worth. And I'm so excited to see you all there. So sign up, show up. We also are doing that same program, that same 3-day live event virtually. So you can just sign up virtually as well. But I want to see you in person so I can 10 extra business, okay? And remember, I hope you're just as fired up as I am, and nothing happens without action. You've got to take action. I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.